Now, this specific trial experience on email 1 is going to open up the idea that we are going to have a 5-day challenge. So what they are going to be doing in the very first 5 days of their trial is they are going to be working to complete 7 tasks. And when they complete all 7 tasks in that timeline, what they are going to do is they're actually going to win a big reward. And this reward is something that is of extreme value. This is actually something that we often sell to new customers. And so we took this and we said, gosh, we sell this pretty often to new customers. Maybe we take the hit financially, and instead of selling it to them, we can offer it as a reward. But because we're offering such a big reward, something that they are often taking advantage of when they come into SAM, we're able to give them a lot of motivation to actually start taking action, right? So the key here is I need, in the very beginning of this trial, to get them bought in. Yeah, they came in. Yes, they're an engaged lead. And they even went as far as taking a SAM trial. But the drop-off point right here is pretty high. I would say it's probably about 80% of folks will get a trial, and then they maybe log in once or twice, but they don't actually use the system. Now, I fundamentally believe because that trial 2.3 that I had was just showing them feature after feature after feature, they were getting a little overwhelmed. And I believe that because I've had several folks reach out to me and say, gosh, I have a mountain of emails from you that I haven't gotten a chance to sit down and actually work through. And because of that, I ended up engaging with those folks. And in some cases, I ended up having to give them multiple trials. So we're talking about extending any sales process twice as long, maybe even as far as, a couple months extra, which is bad news bears when you work in software sales. So I needed a way to actually go, you know what? I don't want to give out additional free trials. Will I? Absolutely. But I don't want to, right? And so building out a challenge, it gets them to take that immediate action. It gives them a really incredible reward for doing so. And as they're working towards this reward, they're actually learning about the system. So all of these tasks are taken from the things that Mark and I believe they need to know off the bat for them to actually succeed inside of SAM. The very first one being adding their contact database. And CSV is the file type that is most often used to add their contact database. So I say, hey, I know that you need to do a couple of things inside of SAM to be successful. So I'm going to challenge you. Over the next 5 days, you've got 7 tasks. These are the most critical tasks. You accomplish them, I'm going to give you this massive reward. And I keep saying massive reward. Let me give you some parameters for this massive reward. We charge on the very low end $89 a month per account. On the upper end, we charge several $1,000s for larger teams. But if you were just a single real estate agent who wanted a CRM account, right now in 2025, it's September 2025, $89. The reward is an $800 package that we traditionally would upsell new customers into. So it's basically a 10x of their monthly value that we are giving away for free just for taking action in the first 5 days. So that's the kind of reward I'm talking about. So I say, hey, listen here. I know that to be successful, you need to have your contact database inside of SAM. So let's go ahead and let's make that first task. And what I do on top of that is I take this opportunity and I actually build in a special offer for them. Now, each and every one of these special offers is available to them for 24 hours. And this specific offer we call the Fast Action Bonus. Now, the Fast Action Bonus is basically saying, hey, you just signed up for a trial. If you want to subscribe right now, right here, you absolutely can. And I will go ahead and I will take care of task 1 for you. Plus, I'm going to give you a one-on-one with our team. And I am going to throw in our SAM Foundations guide. Now, this is a little workbook that we put together that helps individuals. Once they subscribe to SAM, they get access to it. And it helps teach them about how to use SAM. It actually focuses on some of the little intricate parts that maybe they didn't even realize was there. So I say, hey, I will complete task 1 for you. You'll get some bonus time with us. It's about a $200 value. And you still get to work on the challenge. So even though you subscribed, you stay diligent for the next 5 days, you'll get task 1 taken care of. So you only have 6 to go, and you get some extra bonuses. So making an offer right off the cuff when it's really valuable. Now, I was talking about the entrepreneur, Alex Hormozi. This idea comes from one of his books called Money Models, right? And so he believes that you should offer an individual into your services in 5 different places. So the first one is first. After that, you need to offer them at some sort of milestone. And this is an event that happens because they did something, right? You also need to offer them an opportunity when they accomplish something. Then you offer at the halfway point and then at the end. So when they first get there, some sort of milestone, when they accomplish something, at the halfway point and at the end. So I took all 5 of these points and I built them into our experience. Now, let's drive this into the actual real estate business, right? So maybe you're one of my real estate folks and you're saying, gosh, Cody, I'm not going to sell the house at the opening. I'm not going to sell it at the 30 days to close. That doesn't make sense. But this is all about driving leads into your business. And I don't know about you, but I fundamentally believe every real estate agent, every business owner, every business builder, every intrapreneur, and every entrepreneur can use more leads. And so thinking about these 5 areas that Alex has generously given to us to start chewing on gives us the formula for where we can start to bring out opportunities. Now, let's think about this in a real estate capacity. One of my brokers, he lives down in Texas, and he is doing something really incredible with his team down in Texas. And he offers live events. And at these live events, he teaches you how to purchase 3 houses in 3 years, right? And he is bilingual, Spanish speaking, because he lives in Texas. He works in Mexico as well. And so it's 3 casas in 3 years. I'm not that great with Spanish. But what he could do for this event, 3 casas in 3 years, is he could think, okay, when they first sign up, I'm going to offer them a VIP ticket. Now, what this VIP ticket comes with is maybe some extra time with us. Maybe we open the doors an hour early to the live event, and they get to have drinks. They get to have appetizers. They get to have extra time with us. Then we could offer them at some sort of milestone. Maybe this is the milestone that is actually after the event. Maybe after the event, they've attended the event, and we know that it typically takes 30 days for one of our individuals to experience that. Boom. Now we have a milestone. We can say, okay, well, typically it actually takes 30 days after the event for them to start on this process. They have to go secure financing. They have to ask their spouse. They have to chew on some stuff, right? And then we can look at the halfway point. We can look at the last chance. We can start to build these into our experiences. So is this always going to be the selling opportunity? Absolutely not. But we can start thinking about these points inside of our business that could actually be applied to these money models. And so this is kind of what I'm working on. And like I said, all of this comes from Alex Hormozi. If you want to actually get like a true grasp on these concepts, his book, Money Models, it just launched. It's incredible. And he dives really deep into this. This is just like a 100,000 foot view. But what we've done thus far inside of our trial is we've gone lead magnet to engaged lead. They've taken a SAM trial and they've received immediately on taking that trial, email one. Email one offers up a 5-day challenge. It's got a video to humanize me. And then we have an offer that's only good for 24 hours, right? Now, at this point, we've done a lot of things, but we've only just begun.